Welcome to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for coming on to the show and joining us today. We're also streaming live on yorbamedia.com. And as you heard from the last segment, we are all about exploring new and better ways to improve our trading here. Some people are just guys out there with brilliant minds. And somebody asked me the other day, so, well, what's your show about? And I said, really, it's kind of a bunch of mathematicians with personalities that come on here and try and figure out what way the market's going to go. So with that, I'm going to bring on a guy with a great personality and a tremendous track record of accuracy. Nick Santiago. He is the president and CEO of InTheMoneyStocks.com. Nick, thanks for showing up.
Thank you for having me, Michael.
My pleasure. I'm looking at copper as throughout the time that we've known each other, you've been bearish and bearish and bearish and accurate beyond belief. With this copper, and we just hit $3 a couple of days ago, and weren't you kind of looking for something like that?
That was exactly what we were looking for, and it pretty much played out. And then we said, it was an extended move. We look for a bounce, and we're getting a little bounce, but I'm not sure how good it's going to be. And then we'll see where this goes. But it's all about pattern now, and I think once the pattern sets itself again, copper is going lower. But, pretty much hit our target. And, even if you didn't trade copper, you could have looked at the JJC, which we talked about, or Freeport-McMoRan, which is ticker symbol FCX. And they pretty much played out picture perfect. We played Freeport-McMoRan for a bounce. We're out of it now. And pretty much copper did what we expected. But I ultimately think it is going to go lower.
Okay. That gives us some points to talk about because we've got resistance areas where you're thinking we might find places to short it if you think it's going to go lower. So bring that out for us.
Well, right now, I believe copper today, let me pull up my chart. Where did we finish, I guess, around
326 quarter.
Yeah, okay. So around that 326, 327 level. Traders are going to have to start to look at this thing a little closer for a shorting opportunity, probably not too much higher. I would think that we finished right at the 618 retrace. Maybe we'll get to 390, possible 4, but at $4, I think it's a stone cold short again.
Okay, a $4 stone cold short. Yeah, well, that's way up there from where it is.
Yeah,
now.
But right now we're right around the 376 level, so it's not too far away. Believe it or not, these things when they have sell-offs like this, that the bounces can be pretty violent to the upside as well.
Right. Now, this is our first time talking to our audience, so I want to make sure that you bring out how people can improve their trading by getting to know you better. Talk about the webinars, the type of webinars that you provide for people.
Sure. Well, first off, we offer several products. The first product that we do offer is our chat room and our research center. They're two separate products, but the research center is very, very affordable. We only charge $49.95 a month, and you'll get our nightly videos. You'll get our nightly levels. You'll get our daily market report with all master numbers in there from the S&P 500. You'll get our hot charts and alerts, which are our chart setups. Live as we get them, we'll text message you and tell you there's a new hot chart set up. We also do 2 live broadcasts every evening, twice a week for members, so they can come in and ask us any questions they have about particular stocks, indexes, commodities. Really makes no difference. If we could chart it, we can trade it. And that we offer that product for $49.95. And then you come to our chat room, which we have open right now, and that begins at 9:30 in the morning, closes at 4 o'clock, and it's a live interactive chat room. You can see our screens. You can see our trade setups, everything that we're doing. We do swing trades in there as well as day trades. Okay,
good. And one more time, that web address so they can find you.
Yeah, that web address is www.inthemoneystocks.com.
Okay, let's move on to the FXC. I think that's what you want to talk about, the Canadian Dollar Trust. Is that right?
No, I was just talking about Freeport-McMoRan, which is ticker symbol FCX.
Okay.
But that's a lot of people use Freeport-McMoRan as a copper barometer. Ever since they bought Phelps Dodge some years back, that's a very, very good stock to follow copper with. And that stock has had a nice little bounce. It's traded up, but a little higher from here. I think that stock can be shorted again.
Give me a number. What do you think?
I'm thinking around 40, 41, 42.
Okay. All right. So running, I've got, 34.5 right now about that?
Yeah, 34 and a half. I'm not even sure it gets up there, but I mean, without the pattern in place, it's a little bit tough to, it's really all about pattern right now. It's more important. The pattern is more important than the level.
Okay. Now, last time you were on, I had somebody that reminded me to bring out your cycle work. Do you have any cycle work with copper or Freeport-McMoRan that you're working with now?
No, right now those charts are just leading the markets a little bit. So, last time I was on, I said when we get down, Freeport-McMoRan gets down to about Pierce of 30, around 30 level, we'll look for a bounce from an oversold condition. But they're leading. My cycle date, as you know, was for September 20th for a cycle top in the S&P 500, and that one played out pretty good. We have no complaints about that. Ultimately, we put a little bit of a low in, and we'll see where we go. Now it's all about pattern. I don't think the market has that much upside, but these lows could hold for a little while.
Okay, now you're talking about the lows in the S&P. Any cycle time or cycle dates coming up forward for that you're kind of tuning in on?
Yeah, I have a minor cycle date coming up. It's going to be right around October 10th to 12th. I think that we could start to see a little bit of a rollover. I'm not sure about the 10th because it is Columbus Day and the volume will be light, but nonetheless, I think if we're going to see a sell-off occur, it's very likely to occur between the 10th and the 12th.
Okay, so provided nothing blows up over the weekend, we could see this rally, in your opinion, continue until somewhere between Monday and Wednesday of next week.
Yeah, I think markets are holding up fairly well today. Tomorrow is the job report. Usually the market will die out after the first few hours. I'm not sure how the market's going to react to the job report. I don't even believe the report, so it doesn't. We just have to watch the reaction in the market. After that, I think the following week we could be susceptible to a pretty good sell-off.
Okay, yeah, I've got a cycle date today, but you never know in these things if it's going to be an acceleration point or a pivot point. All right.
Yeah, well, generally the way I look at it is if we're up into it, then it's reverse. It goes down. If we sell off into the cycle date, then we'll look for a bounce.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, those are, you've been remarkably accurate. I hate to trade against you on anything. Well, no, I'm serious. I've seen enough to go, that's not.
2011 has been a spectacular year. We've just about nailed every single cycle date, virtually to the day. So we're going to try to continue it.
Yep. All right. Well, I really do want you to continue. All right. Let's go on to the dollar, the U.S. dollar.
Okay. Right now, and not even now, but for the past several months or even years, really, but the dollar is trading inverse to the stock market. A few nights ago, I sent out an alert to my traders talking about the dollar would probably get above the U.S. dollar index would get above the futures, that is, would get above the $80 per contract level, and then we would pull back. And we went to around $80.43 on the U.S. dollar index. Since then, we've sold off. Today, the U.S. dollar index is down again today, hence a 3-day sell-off in the dollar, and you have a 3-day stock rally. So, again, the market is trading contra to the dollar. The dollar goes up, the market goes down. Right now, the dollar's pulling back. I still think there's more upside in the dollar. I did tell you on your show, too, that I expected the dollar to go up to about $80 when we were down at 74. So we did hit that initial target. But after the dollar resets again, I think we do go back up in the dollar.
Okay. Any prices for support? Any guesses?
If you're looking at the spot, well, let me go to the futures if you don't mind. I would think around $82 on the futures, and then if you're going with the U.S. dollar index spot price, I'm probably leaning towards around $81.
Okay, that's a target upside, right?
Upside target, yeah, and that's near term.
I'm talking about a place to buy the dip at.
Oh, a place to buy the dip? I'm thinking right now probably around the 77 level.
Okay. That looks pretty good to me. It looks like that nice push through. Previous to that, back there, September 15th for some kind of a stop running exacerbation, if you will, or just a little extra push of fake out.
We went up there and then we back tested it. So the market loves to revisit places that it's been already. It's almost like us, like people. We have a favorite. Hawaii is one of my favorite places. I go there every year. So markets are the same way. Whether it's a stock, an index, doesn't matter. They like to go revisit where they once were. So, the 77 level looks attractive to me.
Okay, I can go with that. Now let's try and hone that in a little bit more when it comes to time. You got any cycles coming up for that? 77 buy. I'm thinking nobody can hold you to this, but it's everybody's best guess.
Yeah, no, I would think probably around.
I got a big cycle day on the 11th.
I would think maybe around August 16th or so. I'm sorry, October 16th.
October 16th.
16th, 17th, around there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I can see that. I got a huge number here for Monday. If let's switch up. And I know that you're a technician, not a fundamentalist. Is there anything fundamentally that you're thinking could happen to push this thing?
Well, obviously, it's going to be Europe or China. Both are a disaster. Greek default is coming, but maybe on Monday you'll get this. This vote passed through on this European Financial Stability Facility, this popular EFSF. So maybe that could be, a little bit of a sell the news type event.
I got it. So a little ease up on the euro and a little fall on the dollar.
Yeah,
I get it.
So
all right,
that's always possible. But I think the market is really susceptible early next week, for another decline.
Okay, even stock market.
Yes, the stock market.
All right. Yeah, I want to make sure we clarify that. I don't want to think
S&P 500 generally.
Got it. All right, Nick, one more time, how do we get a hold of you? Because you've just had some remarkable calls here.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, you just come to our website at inthemoneystocks.com. Feel free to give us a call if you need to. We're there. And again, give us we offer a 7-day free trial. Give us a test drive, see what we're made out of. If you like it, you stick around.
Okay, you say give us a call. You got a phone number?
I do have a number, Michael. We always battle over that number. But traders can give us a call at area code 212-380-1578.
Or inthemoneystocks.com.
Correct.
All right, Nick. All right, we'll have you back on the air this time next week. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you, Michael. Have a great day.
You too, buddy. All right, everybody, that was Nick Santiago, President, CEO of inthemoneystocks.com.